Hello Sagittarius, welcome to this reading. My name is Zane and we are going to be taking a look at the career and finance energy for the sign of Sagittarius for the month of August. Now Sag, do keep in mind that this is a general reading, so take the messages as they resonate, drop the ones that do not, and also check out your sun, moon, and rising signs. So we're doing something a little bit differently here. I'm going to go ahead and get 5 cards selected, allow them to sort of jump out here. Now, do keep in mind if you want anything from me, use my website, zaneintuitive.com. That's the only place you can get anything from me. There's a link to that in the description below. Make sure you're using that link. I've also launched a Patreon, so if you want to support the journey on a deeper level and get some exclusive perks, you can check that out. But with all that said, let me go ahead and get into this reading here. I do have an Instagram as well if you want to follow me there. But, all right. Doing a 5-card spread. So, make sure everything's in view. That looks good enough to me. Energy on the bottom, you have the 9 of Swords. So this is sort of sitting in mental anguish, actually laying in mental anguish. And so you may be anxious or depressed about something right now, probably closer to anxious with the 9 of Swords and swords in general. Closer to anxiety. Cups would be associated with depression. But this 9 of Swords here, is there something that has happened either at work, in your career, or relating to your finances that is seriously like kind of racking your brain, like that you're anxious about, that you keep kind of ruminating over? At this point, it's come into full-blown nightmare territory. The thing about this is, though, this person, they think that the swords are going to come down and hit them, but they actually never do. And so it can indicate making something out to be a lot worse than it actually is. So that's what we have on the bottom. Let's go ahead and put that right there and see how that wraps into the rest of this reading. Now, looking here, you have a very nice reading, maybe a road blockage, but that's okay. It's definitely something that you can work through. You actually have one of probably my personal favorite card in the tarot, which is the Ace of Wands, right here in the middle as your overall message for the month. This is, this is my card of turning a passion into a profit, or it could be a side hustle, something like that. But the thing about the Ace of Wands is if it's none of those things, it's a passionate new beginning in what you do at work. So it could be the formation of a new project, a new partnership, or something like that at work. New sort of beginning at work. It's the spark of life. And it's this energy of passion. Aces are always a good sign. And for you, this is like... I get the sense, with the Ace of Wands and the Knight of Wands, you are going after something here in this month. And it's important for you that you don't let people get in the way here. Okay, you don't let any people become road blockages, is what I'm feeling like looking at this reading. Now you have in this sort of first week of August, maybe sometime in July, but this is kind of the beginning of the month, you have the Justice card. So this is the sort of karmic scales balancing out and tipping in your favor. It does say that if you have acted with integrity, you are definitely in line for something good. This is truly like the outcome you deserve, the Justice card. And so it does say, on the other side of that, it could tip the other direction if you have done something that is not in alignment with your highest good and your highest purpose. But it's talking about balance, just balance generally. You may be like so ready to go on this new beginning that you just kind of have to allow things to happen. But definitely don't let anyone steal your thunder here, steal your passion this month, because you're full of that. In this coming month as it relates to your career. Now, what I'm feeling like here for this roadblock is this Queen of Swords and this Devil card, which we'll get into, but this Queen of Swords is potentially a challenging person. In their shadow, they can be very challenging. The reason being is the Queen of Swords does not really take emotions into consideration for the most part. They really chop through any sort of baggage and they get right down to the bottom of it. And so it can make somebody out to be kind of challenging, right? Because they're not really taking everyone's perspective into consideration. But at the same time, with the Queen of Swords as an aspect of yourself, it's a good card because it's sort of like, I call the Queen of Swords the assassin in the tarot, in that they're capable of really getting from point A to point B in an efficient way, in a high skill way as well. And so for you, it's either you're taking that quality on for yourself and helping you with this passion project or this new situation, or you're what you need to do is make sure that this person doesn't become a roadblock. And with that, you have this Devil card, which is another tricky person card in the tarot. This is also potentially you getting in your own way, because the Devil is our sort of shadows. It's the parts that we don't show with the world. It's the hidden sides of ourselves. You can also talk about greed in a finance reading, okay? And so for you, I wonder if like maybe there's something that you need to give up or something like that, but I really feel like there's just a challenging person potentially trying to block this manifestation from happening. And on top of that, you have the Knight of Wands, actually my biggest high skill card in terms of like having a skill set, other than the Eight of Pentacles. But as a person, this is like a high skill card in the tarot. And it can also mean that you are, there's a passionate event about to happen. You could be moving as well. You could be changing your location for your job, like getting a job somewhere else. Let's see what else we get here to clarify this situation. Now let's get 3 more cards. Okay, 10 of Pentacles, like to see that. Okay, 6 of Cups. Wow, this card has been in some form or another been coming in for everybody this month. So let's see what else we have here. Okay, Ace of Swords. Wow, Sag, something really happening for you here. Something getting off the ground, something good happening. 2 aces, Ace of Wands, Ace of Swords, always indicative of a yes, a major win, good times ahead for you. And so I do get the sense that you will sort of swat away or just work through any challenging either person or feelings that you may have, one of your shadows here. I feel like you're going to call it out and work through it in this month. 10 of Pentacles obviously is a harvest, okay? It's the culmination of the Suit of Pentacles, and so it can mean a really positive change in your financial situation. This project looks very good, especially if you're starting an enterprise or doing a side hustle. This looks amazing. If you're at work, I do feel like potentially there could be a good situation happening for you. I don't really see any of the job raise cards, but the 10 of Pentacles is just positive change. Some of you may be involved in real estate or something like that with the 10 of Pentacles, selling something. You have the 6 of Cups here. Someone from the past trying to re-enter. It could be this Queen of Swords. You know, it could also mean that with this Justice card, you've done something good here in the past, and now that's coming forward. Karma, right? This Justice card's all about the karmic scales. So it's almost like the steps you've taken, the work that you've put in here in the past is now being balanced out for you. And you're getting something very good happening here with this 10 of Pentacles, Ace of Wands, and this Ace of Swords. This Ace of Swords is a breakthrough. It's a victory and success that brings about a new beginning for you. And it's also with that sword, it's cutting through anything that's not serving you, following the breakthrough, following your passions here in this month for your career and financial situation. Looks very good. Let's go ahead and start to get some even more clarification. Sagittarius, now if you are enjoying this video so far, please do hit that like button and subscribe. It really does help my channel grow, helps get the word out and spread the message to others. There's also a bell below this video. If you click that bell, you will never miss an update from me. And lastly, Sag, appreciate you being here. Thank you for spending your time with me. Hope things are going well. Hope things are good for you. Now we have this Sacral Chakra card that wants to pop out. Does not surprise me. That's talking about your creativity. And that the Sacral Chakra is your creative center. So some of you are having a passionate creative project here with the Ace of Wands. There's no question about it. Awareness, so you have Triumph or the Chariot here, and then you have Awareness, which is the Magician. Awareness of your shadow. I mean, you can't make that up. I've been saying this in this entire reading here, that's something that I feel like is coming in view for you. Yeah, stand your ground, 7-7 as well. So definitely like to see that. You have the 2 here on the bottom, the waiting game. Yeah, like I was saying, even as well, like I was saying, like it's almost like you want something to happen, like you're like really sort of like raring to go here, and like you want it to happen right away. And with the two, in this case, the waiting game, I feel like for you is saying, yeah, it's probably going to end up working out, but it may take some time here. It may take some time for this situation to fully manifest. Now, I really like the clarifications, big energy for creative work or doing something on the side. With the sacral chakra, it's, you're going to really flex some sort of creative muscle here in this month if that's for you. And it could bring about some abundance with the Ten of Pentacles. So that's an amazing combination to get. You have Triumph, which is Chariot. Chariot's all about having self-discipline and getting a victory around that self-discipline. It says, as above, so below. As it is done in the universe, it is done down here. And so the thoughts you put out to the universe are coming back to you, right? Magnified. And so it's also saying, the work that you put in is recognized within the universe, and that's being rewarded here, especially with this Justice card and the Six of Cups. The work you've put in the past, the self-discipline you've had with the Triumph card, major victory coming in. So then you have that stand your ground. I definitely was picking up on this challenging person here with the Queen of Swords. Tricky, challenging situation. You're supposed to not give up here. You're supposed to hold your ground, hold the line. You could be dealing with competition. Could be dealing with competition at work. Keep going, okay? Keep going, especially if you know you have not done anything wrong. If you've acted with integrity, keep pushing forward. And then awareness, okay? Awareness in this case is the Magician, but let's stick with the awareness. The thing is, the Magician is what you're conscious of. It's sort of the divine masculine, can be said as that. And you are aware that there's a shadow here present. The Devil I read as the shadow. The shadow card in this oracle deck is the Moon. But for you, it's all about this internal strife, potentially, or I just keep wanting to say awareness of a shadow here that's coming forward for review, that's coming forward for you. So let's see what else we have. So you have thoughts. See what else we get for Sagittarius. Okay. Wow, these cards just really want to pop out. Change. Some of you are moving with the Knight of Wands in the future as well. Okay. Poverty. Nope, that's your shadow right there. It's poverty mindset. Let's see what else. Let's see what else we have. Lovers. Interesting. And wealthy man. Definitely like to see that for you. So wealthy man, it doesn't matter what gender you are. It's just talking about investments paying off in your life. So, your shadow is restrictive thinking. Like, I almost get the sense that you feel like there's not anything coming in for you, but there is. This opportunity looks like it could be very abundant for you. Thoughts, getting your thoughts here aligned with the Ace of Wands, Sacral Chakra, Ten of Pentacles is going to be super crucial for you. Some of you are moving. I'm not sure what's going on with this Lovers card. Could be someone from the past that you need to have maturity with. That hopefully they're not blocking your abundance in any way or getting in the way, something like that happening. But overall, this is amazing. You are in control here with the Nine of Swords and awareness of a shadow. It's really up to you. It's your thoughts here are driving this entire month. So thank you so much for being here. If you enjoyed this, hit that like button, subscribe, check out my website, zanintuitive.com. Consider becoming a Patreon. I'll see you in the next one.